Huh. I'm not gonna lie. I actually never thought about that. But every single time I'm in love, I genuinely do this.
Protects you. When you love something, you protect it. And this is especially true of men. That's because the male brain is wired to protect his tribe from threats, even in our modern day world. This biological
It's wired. Jealousy, there's a reason why we feel jealousy. It's to value, no, it's to protect what we value. Jealousy has been a trait that has been passed on for millions of years for a reason. Because if you don't feel jealousy, you could lose your woman. You could lose your man. For you to feel jealousy is a healthy thing. The problem is that some of you motherfuckers be feeling jealousy at an extreme level, and that's the unhealthy part. But a guy who loves you will protect you, like he says. It's an instinct that it's just there unless he's a puss. Unless he's a puss, he won't protect you. But for the most part, guys will.
instinct to protect you is only triggered if he really cares about you deeply and he sees you either subconsciously or consciously as a member of his tribe or family. And I can tell you as a man, a guy is not going to protect you if he doesn't care a lot about you.
Let me tell you something, man. If I'm walking down the street, let me not even go. You know how Kevin Hart says, if a guy smacks you in front of me, then you just got smacked. Look, man, it's kind of like, if I don't care about the girl and I see a whole bunch of guys beating up on one girl, I'm not going to get in the way. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get in the way. I'm going to get beat up even harder than you are. So it's better off one of us come out alive from this situation. Okay? I'm a practical thinker, all right? But in general, though, yes, 100%, that's a fact.
But when he loves you, he will be protective of you in several different ways. For example, he might stand in front of you if there's a visible danger, or at night he may walk between you and other people, acting as a line of defense. It's not that he thinks that you need him in order to be safe. It's because he wants you to feel safe knowing that he will defend you.
I agree with this, but I'm also going to rebuttal a little bit and say that guys could also do that, one, because of their ego, right? And I bet he's definitely gonna agree with me with this, because of their ego, because they don't want another man upping them, or because they're trying to impress you. You see that this is murky waters in my opinion.
When a guy offers to take care of you when you're sick or recovering, it's a huge sign.
Offers, not you say help me, nigga. He offers to do it.
That he loves you. Now, I understand that when you're sick, you might not want him to take care of you because you don't want him to see you that way. But if he insists on helping you or taking care of you in some way,
bitch, you better take it.
Yes, that's a huge sign that he cares about you so much. And if you're sick with something contagious and he still wants to take...
He don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something, man. I don't care if you got sore throat. I don't care if you have Ebola. We fucking. Like, niggas don't care. See, this is where I gotta say be careful with this, okay? Motherfuckers will fuck you even if you dying of Ebola. Okay? Niggas don't give a fuck about that. They'll put a mask on. You know? So fucking you while you're sick is not the same as taking care of you. Okay? It's not like he's like, baby, I'm here. It's not like, baby, I'm here for you. Alright, man, let's do this, man. And he's trying to fuck. That's not caring for you. Caring for you is you ain't getting no poo-poom tonight, and he's still there for you. That's what's caring for you. Him knowing there's no poo-poom, and he's still making you some fucking soup, still bringing you some McDonald's, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Take care of you, that's an even bigger sign of how much he loves you. That's because when a man cares about you deep...
Who fucking does that? Wait, did you see that? She's like... she's her own doctor. Look at her. Becky the white girl being sick. She got the Rona.
Caring for you and protecting you is a bigger concern than his exposure to the same illness.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Number 3, the time you spend together is not primarily sexual. Of course, sex is a very important part of a healthy relationship, but it certainly isn't the most important part, nor should it be the main focus of your relationship. Sex is just a fraction of the relationship, not the sole purpose of spending time together. So, ask yourself these questions. When you are together, what do you mainly spend time doing? Are you going on dates? Are you having amazing conversations? Do you feel like he's connecting with you emotionally? And is really trying to know you? Or is he
Exactly. I agree with that. When I like a girl, the feeling that I get being around her is way more intoxicating than a good old sloppy toppy, ladies and gentlemen. It's way more I don't know, to be honest with you. But when you like a girl, man, it's just I don't care about having sex with you. Like, I just want to be around you. You know, like that's the way that guys think. You know, when they like you, and that's why it's kind of like when a girl says, I can't meet you today because I'm on my period. I'm like, is she testing me now? You know, like ladies, if you don't want a guy to think that you like him, don't say I can't hang out with you because I'm on my period. Because guys will take that as a test. You know, guys will like, okay, so you know what I'm trying to say. It's a predicament.
He wants to be intimate with you physically, emotionally, and psychologically. By the way, I'm Dr. Antonio Borello, and I'm a psychologist and a relationship coach. This channel is all about helping you build great relationships so you can grow happy together. So hit subscribe, join our community, and make your love life the best part of your life. Okay, number 4. He is as affectionate after sex as he is before. What a man does after having sex with you often reveals so much about how he really feels.
Because before the sex, you were just talking to his dick. It's that simple. A guy needs to, in order to think clearly about you. But when his mind is muzzled with poom poom, he's not going to be able to see you as you are, which is the issue.
Feels. You see, some men will be very affectionate before and during physical intimacy, but once the sex is over, they are completely different. Some of this, particularly drowsiness, is related to the biological differences between men and women. You see, after sex, men may feel drowsy due to the release of particular neurotransmitters, including serotonin and oxytocin, which are associated with happiness and relaxation. So if your partner wants to sleep after having sex, that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's probably a sign that he's very comfortable, interested, and wants to stay right next to you. Now, on the other hand, if his body language is closed off, or if he leaves...
man, that looks like me. Like, I remember one time I was like, yo, girl, you sleeping on the sofa. And she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, you sleeping on the sofa, man. In fact, I'll sleep on the sofa. Yo, I am really toxic, people. I may need to hit up Antonio for some therapy. But I'm not like that with every woman. Like I always say, people, it's kind of like a guy would treat you that way and you think he's cold. But in reality, it just means he don't like you. Because if you talk to the next girl who hooked up with him, she'll say, oh, yeah, he loves spending time with me. And you're like, he doesn't do it with me because he don't like you. That's why. You know, it's that simple. It's not that he's emotional and a fucking broken heart and he can't open up. No, he just don't like you. And sometimes that's a simplest explanation. And that's the explanation that a lot of women just don't want to admit.
Right away without cuddling or talking, there might be an issue. Both men and women are in one of our most vulnerable states when we're sexual with someone, especially when there's a strong bond between us. So if a man uses this time to connect with you, to cuddle and talk, then it's likely that he cares about you deeply. Number 5, he asks about your friends and your schedule, and he remembers the details. When a guy loves you, he's very interested in knowing everything about you, especially how you spend your time away from him. This includes the things that you do at work, at school, or with your friends and family. He will also ask you questions about other men, including your platonic male friends.
I wouldn't trust that guy up there.
Workers and classmates. He asks these questions because he is assessing if they're a threat to the relationship or if he has anything to worry about. That's because when a guy is in love with you, he will protect the relationship. And
also, when somebody likes you, they automatically see almost everybody as a threat. They see almost everybody as a threat. It's kind of like this even happens to me, and I bet it's happened to you, where when you don't like the person, if the person smiles at somebody of the opposite sex, you're not gonna feel offended. You're just gonna say, oh, okay. But as soon as you like them, you're like, who's the bitch? Why is he smiling at her? Everything is more hyper aware, right? And that's because you like them. The jealousy that you feel, the thinking that everybody wants to bang your man when nobody fucking wants him, is because you like the person. So when a guy likes you or even loves you, I would go liking, because jealousy is something that happens when you like the person. People even feel jealousy in the beginning. You're gonna feel that envy, but also it could be a sign of something deeper. It could also be a sign of him being a compulsive envier, and you can find that out by seeing how quick and how he expresses his envy and jealousy. You know, and you guys got to be careful, because a lot of you guys who unfortunately maybe never been loved by somebody, when you feel somebody jealous for you, you find it flattering, but you'll notice that over time, it won't be cute no more. What you found flattering is actually going to be toxic and a turnoff if you wake up. But if you have low self-esteem and nobody appreciated you, you're gonna take that toxic behavior as a good thing, and it pretty much sets you up for the whole relationship where it becomes toxic in a way, you know?
Perceives someone as a threat, then he feels jealousy. And experiencing a little bit of jealousy within a romantic relationship is not always a bad thing. I mean, if you see a person making moves on your partner or trying to date your partner, experiencing some jealousy and talking to him about it is a healthy and appropriate response. So if he asks questions about men that he isn't familiar with, this is a sign that he cares about you and wants to protect the relationship.
Yep, you're like, so who's that personal trainer you have named Tyrone? Oh, nothing. He's no big deal. He just works me out. Okay, I'm done, man.
Relationship. But he also listens to you carefully, and he remembers the details, big and small, especially about your schedule. Even if you've mentioned something briefly in passing about your time off or your schedule, he will remember those details. And let me tell you why. Because what you say is so tied to him emotionally that your words get forged into his memory.
It's very weird, I'll be honest with you, because it's kind of like I listen to him and I kind of know what he's going to say. It's kind of like it's kind of like we think alike when it comes to dating. It's very impressive to wait. Look at me so intensely. Calm down, Antonio. Oh my God, like calm down. Like Jesus Christ, what? He's getting closer, people. Help, right? But he's right though. Like what he's saying is pretty much what I'm thinking of, which is kind of crazy.
Think of it this way. Most of us have very vivid memories of 9/11. We remember even the slightest details of what we were doing when we first heard the news. We remember so vividly because of all the...
I promise you, if you show kids during 9/11, they were celebrating, because I mean, we got off of school. My birthday is September 11th. And I remember I was like, during September 11th, I was like 22 years old. And we were happy as hell. We were like, so that means we get to leave school early, right? And he's like, my teacher was like, yes. And he was like, but it means we're at war. And we were like, yes, war. And he's like, you idiots, do you know what the fuck that means? And I was like, whoa, we pissed him off. Like, we celebrated because we thought it wasn't going to be a lot of school. You know, kids are ignorant. I still remember that day. It was kind of crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, you know. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy.
After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.